hit the stumps? Oh, I reckon he was out level move.
That is an absolutely sensational piece of fielding from Claire Koski at the back.
That's indoor cricket, here he is.
And there it is! He's entered the stats straight away!
Fraser McGurk cuts and he's away with a boundary. Nice start to his domestic 50-over career.
That's a great piece of fielding.
Got him! U22. One for the leg spinner. Leg stump finds a gap. Can he hit the stumps? Oh, I reckon he was out level move.
That is an absolutely sensational piece of fielding from Claire Koski at the back.
That's indoor cricket, here he is.
And there it is! He's entered the stats straight away!
Fraser McGurk cuts and he's away with a boundary. Nice start to his domestic 50-over career.
That's a great piece of fielding.
Got him! U22. One for the leg spinner. Leg stump finds a gap. Can he hit the stumps? Oh, I reckon he was out level move.
That is an absolutely sensational piece of fielding from Claire Koski at the back.
That's indoor cricket, here he is.
And there it is! He's entered the stats straight away!
Fraser McGurk cuts and he's away with a boundary. Nice start to his domestic 50-over career.
That's a great piece of fielding.
Got him! U22. One for the leg spinner. Leg stump finds a gap. Can he hit the stumps? Oh, I reckon he was out level move.
That is an absolutely sensational piece of fielding from Claire Koski at the back.
That's indoor cricket, here he is.
And there it is! He's entered the stats straight away!
Fraser McGurk cuts and he's away with a boundary. Nice start to his domestic 50-over career.
That's a great piece of fielding.
Got him! U22. One for the leg spinner. Leg stump finds a gap. Can he hit the stumps? Oh, I reckon he was out level
That is an absolutely sensational piece of fielding from Claire.
Schiller.
Thanks, ladies.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to KC Stadium at the Indoor Cricket National Championships. I'm Cameron Walter alongside Stephen Mogg, and we have for you the final round game between Queensland and the Cricket Australia Invitational side in the under-22 women. Moggy, good afternoon to you.
Yes, thanks, Cameron. It's good to be here.
Why don't you take us through the two sides?
Okay, from the CA women's team, the 22 women's team, from Victoria, we have Hayley Ferris. South Australia, Rachel Banham. South Australia,
Maeve Edwards.
Maeve, yeah, thanks, mate. This handwriting here is, must have been a doctor that's written this. From South Australia, Megan Skiller. It's from South Australia, Bree Edwards. WA, Alicia Ward. New South Wales, Sophie Whitaker. And from Victoria, Ollie Cooper. Queensland team, Stacey Rockcliffe, Chelsea Gann, Elise Hart, Eliza Barnett, Gabby Lockwood, Holly Beckton, Kiara Wood and Olivia Bennett.
The umpire is Ben Ridgway. The CA Invitational side will be batting. And Rockcliffe has the ball for Queensland. We're underway. A single off the first ball. Fairly unique circumstance in this division, ladies and gentlemen. It's the CA Invitational side made up, as you just heard, of players from around the country. These two sides have been playing each other. Rockcliffe continues throughout the week, as well as some of the open women's sides.
Yeah, look, it's obviously only having two teams in this division's probably a little disappointing. We'd like to see more participants in this sort of age group, but the important thing here is they've had an opportunity to play at a national carnival, obviously with a ladies Australian team for the 22 ladies being selected as well. That's important for these girls to get this opportunity, and it's part of the pathway as well. So I'm sure playing against the open ladies teams has been a
chance at the top.
Has been a great experience for the girls, and the Queensland team got up and beat one of them yesterday, I think the New South Wales team, which was a really impressive performance.
And at the crease for the CA side, Hayley Ferris, the captain, and Alicia Ward.
It's been a pretty good over here by Stacey Rockcliffe at the moment. There was a third ball opportunity, only 2 runs coming from it with the last ball to come. She's a fairly experienced cricketer. It's a chance. Good fielding up the front by Kiara Wood. Look, not only is it under 22s, I know a lot of these girls are actually a fair bit younger than that, so they're going to be in this age group for a fair period of time. And getting this sort of exposure at this level was only a great experience for them too. So
it's an opportunity for all these young ladies to be selected for the Australian side.
Yeah, certainly will. I mean, obviously there's probably quite a few playing in the Opens ladies teams as well, but there'd be a few that would be required, I think, out of this. You've got Holly Beckton coming in the bowl.
And it is third ball. If you're new to indoor, that means the score has to change. It's full and driven. Great piece of fielding from Stacey Rockcliffe, the captain. How about that, Stephen Mogg?
That was sensational. Got to the ball nice and quickly, totally off balance, probably even on the ground. We'll have a look on the replay, and thrown. Good, yeah, she was falling, and good hands by Chelsea Garn at the back as well. Sensational bit of fielding there by the Queensland young girls. It's excellent to see. No ball too.
No ball?
Yeah, no ball too high there. Just a little bit too full. Two very good coaches coaching these teams too. We've got Tony Parr here from Victoria and Bruce Arrold from Queensland.
It's full and driven into the back court. Catches the side for 3 runs.
Yeah, it's a nice shot.
Tucks it around the corner for 2.
Yeah, it was quite effective. It was a good early call from her batting partner as well, so that's allowed her to get through nice and easily. Just building the score a little bit here now, moving it to 5 with 2 balls left remaining in the Beckton over. Very tight on the leg side, but adjudicated in by Ben Ridgway. Have you been here all week, Cameron, or just come in the last couple of days?
I've been at Cricket Australia headquarters for most of the week and made the trip down today, but I've been following the live stream on YouTube with interest throughout the week.
It's been terrible for work productivity having the live stream on every day.
Absolutely.
But it's fantastic because it's given all those people an opportunity at home to be able to can't get here, would probably like to be here and watch as much cricket as they can to see some sort of cricket on the big screen as well. So it's been good to see.
Certainly is good to be back here at this fantastic venue, Casey Stadium, but not just at the venue, but at the event. First Indoor Cricket Nationals in 3 years, of course. COVID postponing the tournament time and time again. It's good to be back.
Just a slight little delay here. Might be a little bit of blood on Kiara Wood's fingers here, so just getting a little bit of medical attention. It doesn't look like it's anything too serious.
Hey, Alicia. Nice earrings.
Band-Aid, mate.
Band-Aid fixes everything, doesn't it? So yeah, look, I know it was a fair challenge to get this the Cricket Australia Invitational team together. Just grateful for those that put all the hard work and effort into achieving that. You know, look, it has been good that they have the opportunity to play against the Open Women's, but to also play against people their own age or similar ages, I think is very important as well. Right, we've got Gabby Lockwood coming in to bowl the next over here for the Queensland team.
Two fielders on the leg side, arms in the air. Very full. Sort of bashed into the back court for a single from Ferris.
Yeah, you don't see that too often, do you? With the hands in the air. Sounds like a song. Lockwood into bowl.
Oh, what a delivery.
He made
Beach Ward.
Yeah, made a nice adjustment. A little bit full with that first one. He's got the ball in the perfect area there, and the castle goes everywhere. What a delivery.
Ward wanted a big piece of this.
Yeah, I think. I was going to say playing across the line, but it was not really, not as much as I thought. So sort of came out, tried to advance, but just sort of caught herself up a little bit. Just nice contact there.
Look, I don't know that I'm a fan of this hands in the air. I think when you're fielding in the front court, you want to be a little bit lower, have your centre of gravity a little bit lower, and be more balanced. All that's really doing is hoping that the ball's going to hit your hand, and it gives you a great piece of fielding at the back from Gann. It's giving you more work to do if the ball is hit low.
Well, exactly. Like, you know, back in PE when you're in high school, they talk about have a nice low position. It's easier to move up than it is down.
Totally.
So, yeah, look, it's an interesting ploy. Good bit of fielding up the front as well. So good start by the Queensland young ladies here. 4 runs with 1 ball left in the 3rd over. Nice use of the feet. Unfortunately, probably just yorked herself a little bit by doing so. Perhaps staying in the crease might have been able to have that opportunity to get up over the top of it and play a nice down up too. But a lot of these young ladies are learning and developing as cricketers. You know, like many of them probably haven't played the game for a long time. So that's what these sort of carnival events are so good about. It's to give you that opportunity to work and develop on your game. And as I said, you know, they've both got very good coaches that I'm sure have been doing that over the week and even in the lead-in. Although the CA team is very last minute, I know the Queensland team's been training quite regularly.
Kiara Wood bowling the last over. That was 3rd ball. She's let them off with a leg side wide, which will have to be rebowled. They still get the runs, but they also get the delivery again, if they choose to.
They did, yes. Just looking at the scoreboard, it's just ticked over there. I think in these circumstances, you definitely would. So
Got to get your full value for money. Another wide from Wood.
It's a little uncharacteristic by Wood. Just taking a deep breath to reset, and that's what you need to do sometimes. She's one of the taller players in this division, so. Oh, shot.
Sent into the backcourt for 4 from Ward. Was there to be hit. She got a piece of it.
Yeah, just with I noticed here with Wood's run up, there's just a little stutter as she comes into that final delivery stride. So lose a little bit of momentum.
It's inside the line, a fair delivery.
Yeah, pushed wider outside off stump. Chelsea Garn at the back here, sort of encouraging the girls to get up and get into the game. Well shot, good touch over the shoulder there by, who's up the front there? Oh yeah, Eliza Barnett. Oh sorry, Olivia Bennett, that one. No, I was right the first time.
Wood continues, straight back to the bowler, no run.
It's been a pretty good over here by the CA Invitational team here. Moving the score to 13 with 2 balls remaining.
It's flat, it was in the air for a little while. Ward gets away with 2. She's been the leading run scorer for the Invitational side, Alicia Ward, 96 runs prior to this game, averaging 13.71. Pretty handy.
Yep.
Now I'll take a single for the final ball of the partnership, which consists of 16 runs, and not a bad start for both sides. Evenly balanced here at Indoor Cricket's National Championships, live from Casey Stadium. If you're just joining us, I'm Cameron Walter, and with me is Stephen Mogg. It's the final game between Queensland's under-22 side and the CA Invitational under-22 side. They've both been playing each other throughout the week, but also in amongst the Open Women's competition. So a bit of variety for them. And as you said earlier, opportunities for not only these young ladies, but those that are playing in Open Women, in the Open Women's division, that are under 22, to be selected for the upcoming Indoor Cricket World Cup here on home soil in later this year.
Yeah, look, that'll be a great opportunity and a great experience for those that are privileged enough to have that opportunity to make that team. It'll be some very, very good cricket. It's been a while since there's been any events, even at a national level, but to get some world matches back on the stage for us here is also very important as well. And you know, I'm eagerly looking forward to that. It is a big year of cricket.
No question, in particular with the T20 World Cup and the outdoor form of the game coming up as well. We're defending champions there as well, so lots of World Cups on the line here on Australian soil as Olivia Bennett continues for Queensland with a leg side. And Brianna Mehta is on strike for the Invitational side, and at the non-strikers end, Rachel Banham hasn't faced a delivery yet. Another wide.
It's been a little bit loose in this over, unfortunately. And, you know, that takes a bit of pressure off. You know, there's a couple of dot balls splattered around with a few leg side wide, so I'd like to get this one on the money. Finish over well. And she does that exceptionally well. Gets that one perfectly on line and rattles the stumps again. A perfect delivery there by Bennett. It was one of those overs where it was a little inconsistent, you know. There was a few really good balls resulting in dots, a couple of leg side wides, but that's a good way to finish. Meaning the CA Invitational team has 1 run off the first over of this pair. So, Elise Hart coming into bowl now. Oh, it's a good start. Played a little bit across the line there. Would have liked to see playing with a straight bat and be able to drive that one. Hart comes into bowl. No ball off the pitch. Takes a little bit of pressure off there. Obviously the first ball was a great ball. So it'll be important to get back on the money here and get this one. Make sure that the batter has to play a good shot. It's up-ish. It's a chance. And a lovely caught and bowled. The ball just hit up into the top net. It seemed to hang up there for a while. Good presence of mind, and it was a great little catch off her own bowling. That was excellent work. So it's adjusted well. That's a great catch, and the girls are getting excited. What a replay that was. Great work by Elise Hart. Oh, just a little bit outside off stump. Good bowling here. Two balls to remain. Just push that one into the side net for 2 runs. It's the last ball of the over for Elise Hart. It's been an excellent over so far with the caught and bowled. Oh, chops on. Finish here. Another great ball, resulting in 2 wickets for the over. So excellent result from Elise Hart. The Queensland young ladies here are well and truly on top of this game. This pair are 5 after the 2 overs with a team total of 11. Excellent bowling there by the Queensland girls. Great to see. Looks like we have Chelsea Garn coming in the bowl. A young up-and-coming superstar, plays first-grade outdoor cricket for the Winner Manly Club. Shout out to those guys there. It's a chance. Nice fly. Just pushed it a little bit. The ball was in the air for a while. A bit of an opportunity in the front court. Unfortunately, that one has gone down. Good start to the over by Garn. Chance of stumping. Great set of hands behind the stumps. It's a great start to the over here by Chelsea Garn. Stacey Rockcliffe with excellent hands behind the stumps there. Just deceived with a little bit of flight and a bit of turn. The pitches here are taking a little bit of turn so far this week. Moved across the stumps nicely and a nice shot for 2 on the leg side. It's been a great skin here for the Queensland team. A couple of key wickets throughout the process. Chelsea in the bowl again. Nice flight, well weighted and lovely shot there by Meta. Beautiful shot. Just waited the ball to come to her. Played a nice down up for 2. It's an excellent result. There's 2 balls left in this over. Outside the leg stump, it's a chance. Good shot onto the leg side. Gave the fielders half an opportunity. Excellent work there. Last ball of the over from Chelsea Garn here. It's been a great over so far. Can she finish? It's no ball off the pitch. Lovely shot and what a great bit of fielding at the back. Lockwood has saved the ball from going for 4. Excellent bit of fielding. So good over there by Chelsea. 1 for 6 off the over. No ball and a couple of runs at the end there. Probably just took the shine off what was an excellent over. But it was a great bit of fielding at the back.
Yeah, lots of class in this Queensland side, isn't there, Moggy?
Well, look, it's there's a fair bit of talent. Again, like some of them are on the slightly younger side of the 21s, but I think Bowler comes in the bowl. I think over the next few years we'll start to see a lot of these young ladies sort of filter into the Queensland team. And I think the future's bright for Queensland. And look, and again, it's good that we were able to get this CA team up as well, the Invitational team. Hopefully, it some young ladies at home watching this on the stream right now, thinking, you know what, I'd love to be involved with this, and hopefully some of the girls from the other states can go back to their state, encouraging their friends to play, and hopefully next year we'll have 3 or 4 teams at least. It'll be good to see.
Barnett continuing, jammed out
Nice little
by Meta.
Yeah, nice little shape away. And there's 3 balls left in this skin here, and the over for the last over of the skin. The CA Invitational team with 2 runs.
And just regular wickets doing the damage here. As you see a wide. 4 wickets through the 3 overs so far. In the 6-ball over indoor cricket, it's quite difficult to come back with that many wickets falling. or to trouble the scorers too much
Yeah.
in terms of the total of the skin. Lots of width and absolutely well batted there.
That's a lovely shot.
Random.
Yeah, probably one of the best shots for this skin so far. Traditional indoor cricket shot, waited nicely on it, played the ball late and banged it up high on the net. Makes it very difficult for the fielders to create any opportunities. Aggressive shot. Good fielding.
Yeah, dot ball,
Yeah,
one to come.
Gabby Lockwood's contributing big time in the field here. She's a nice dive up the back of the court before to save the extra runs, and a good bit of fielding there as well. One ball to come. 6 runs so far for the skin.
Beaten, moving away, outside off, and it's a dot to finish. 6 runs for the partnership. More impressive work there from Queensland with 4 wickets throughout that partnership. Thanks for your company right around Australia and the world. It's Indoor Cricket National Championships live from Casey Stadium, the final match in the under-22 women's division. It's Cricket Australia's Invitational side up against classy Queensland outfit. Sophie Whittaker and Olivia Cooper at the crease for the Invitational side. Moggy, believe it or not, the CA Invitational squad has 2 young ladies, both named Sophie Whittaker. This is Sophie Whittaker from New South Wales, number 9.
There's a little note here, junior.
Yeah, yep. The younger of the 2 taking part in this match. Cooper, her partner, and Wood is the bowler. Starts with a wide. Bowled a couple of those in her first over, did Kiara.
Just got a little WhatsApp message from her mum saying g'day to both of us, Adele Wood.
Very good.
So I'm sure she's at home watching. Very proud mother, I'm sure.
Hey, Della.
So it's a good adjustment there. Just now making a slight change in the field. Obviously attacking that leg stump area to get the extra fielder across there. Just waiting for the non-striker to adjust. Obviously, we see a lot of that to get on the other side where there's less traffic. Just makes running a little bit easier, and there's less people to get in your way sometimes. It all happens so quickly.
Personally, I tend not to swap.
You just run through them?
Yeah. Well, I used to. I think I'm retired now, Moggy.
Right.
Wood continues, 3 to come in the over. It's a chance here, and make no mistake, Queensland snatch it. An easy catch there in the front court.
Yeah, look, ball's short of a length. I don't think there was anything overly wrong with the shot. It was the right shot to try and play. Just execution was a little bit off.
Played a little bit under the ball.
Yeah, might have just kicked up a bit.
Yep.
Good catch. It actually generated a fair bit of pace off the edge too. Some of those die, so it's a good carry. Ooh. Nice bowling by Kiara there. 1 ball to come. -1 so far off this over.
Beaten outside off, and that brings the over to an end. That's the second consecutive first over to a partnership in this match where one of the batters has faced the entirety of the over.
It's usually a joke when you're playing a bit of in-house that that batter will have to pay double the game fees for their partner.
That's it. So Whittaker will take strike to face her first delivery. And Hart, Elise Hart, is the bowler for Queensland.
Nice little noodle around the corner. Just got to run through, and it's a safe run. Elise Hart had an excellent over in her first over. A couple of key wickets there to keep that second pair down.
So it's caught the edge. Rockcliffe makes no mistake behind the sticks, and another wicket falls. She said she had a great first over. The second over is not turning out too bad either.
Yeah, no, it's a great bowling performance by her at this point in time. Good set of hands there, Stacey Rockcliffe behind the stumps too. Those little edges, because you're so close to the stumps, it's so hard, but she has been excellent with the gloves.
Stacey Rockcliffe, I remember her back playing in the under-14s that long ago. She's been a stalwart and just has turned into such a rock-solid player. Here she is captaining a state in the under-22 women's division.
It's a chance and a catch. Another wicket to Elise Hart. And
she's on fire.
She is. It's the old days of, bowler and keeper taking all the catches. Lily Marsh, that's right. I just had a mind blank there for a second. I knew where I was going with it.
Well, you described it quite well.
I did. Maybe my brain's a little frozen. It is definitely fresh. Australia's leg side wide. I was talking to a couple of Victorians I've played against over the last few years, and I go, "You've turned the weather on." I go, "No, this is beautiful." I go, No, it's not. Bringing the weather app up. I'm just going to get an updated temperature for us, are you?
11 degrees.
It's colder than that.
It's 5 degrees warmer than Canberra right now. So
lucky you're here then, mate. So another great over.
Fantastic performance with the ball from Elise Hart. 4 for -11.
It's sensational so far. CA Invitational team, a little bit of trouble here. -6 with the skin team, total of 16. The Queensland team, on all occasions when they've played against the CA Invitational team, have been victorious. Just been pretty impressed with the Queensland girls fielding at the moment. They've been pretty sharp in the field, taking most of the opportunities on hand for them. With Chelsea Garn coming in the bowl as well. Lots of chance.
Taken.
Can't get her out of the game. Elise Hart with a good catch.
One of the things that's clear is that Queensland really do behave as a unit. They've had that benefit of being selected as a team, training together as a team, back home in Queensland and coming here and just showing that class. Yeah. By contrast, the CA Invitational side, they've come from all around the country. Very difficult to come in under those circumstances and act as a team and understand each other's game.
Well, I'll be interested to see how they actually field out here later this evening and see if they show some sort of energy. And this week we watched the game before this on this court, and we commented a few times that the energy was quite flat. I mean, the energy out here with these young ladies from the Queensland team is very high at the moment. They're out there. It's a chance, a little bit up-ish. But yeah, it's a marked difference, isn't it? And the energy levels are good. They're getting behind each other, supporting each other, and sometimes that can get a wicket.
Absolutely. 3 balls left in the over. Well played there from Whitaker. Tucked it around. Was a little chance there in the front court.
A nice little touch. So a good start here by Queensland. And yeah, look, I know the Queensland ladies have been training pretty heavily, and having a coach like Bruce Arrold, it's a chance, good bit of fielding, a good running there, just hustled through. Yeah, having someone like Bruce Arrold involved, he's particularly good with this group. Had a lot of training camps, and by all reports, they really developed and progressed through those training camps too, which was excellent to see. So. That is a marked advantage for Queensland. There's no doubts about it.
Oh, gee, that was almost a catch.
Yeah,
kicked up.
I think so. That was very close. But yeah, look, I mean, again, Tony's a very good coach of the CA Invitational team as well, but it just hasn't had that opportunity of a couple of months lead in, and 8 or 10 training sessions to be able to help develop and enhance the skills. So, look, they seem to be enjoying their cricket, and that's the most important thing,
Well, the other benefit or thing that will become clear is these young ladies will go back to their home states and perhaps form the nucleus of sides from those states in future tournaments, which is definitely what we want to see, as Cooper is now on 3rd ball. And, if you're watching at home, check out play.cricket.com.au for your local centre. Get involved and join one of these sides next year.
Yeah, look, there's plenty of opportunity and pathways. Whether it's your local centre, they might have some junior programs running there, which you can get involved in. You know, and there's a few state sort of based systems as well. Oh, little chop on. Shorter of a length delivery. Tried the right shot. Just again got over the top of it. So there's been a couple where...
They just died, haven't they?
Yeah. It's a good result for the skin here for Queensland so far.
Oh, well on top. -7 with 3 balls remaining. In complete control is Queensland. Bennett, the bowler, continues. That's a great shot. Nearly not running.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
That was a lovely shot. I think she was admiring how good the shot was.
Well, maybe she thought she hadn't hit it as well as she did and was concerned it wasn't going to get over the fielder. But, yeah, there was 3 runs all day there. 2 to come. Another great shot, a chance in the front court. You're always in the game in indoor cricket in the field. The ball can come off the net quite quickly back into hand.
Yeah, last ball of the skin.
And it's the leg side wide. So we'll have that delivery again.
Might have been the commentator's curse.
Yeah.
Just bringing the score to 0. Nice shot.
Confusion,
There's a
2
chance
batters
at
at
the
one
top.
end, and that'll be out. Unfortunate finish for these 2, and you know that's another sign. You know, if you haven't been together as a team for a long time, it's difficult to get into a rhythm there with your running.
Well, that's right. Yeah, communication, and you know, I mean, it's not a big crowd here right now, but I'm sure it'll build until later tonight and over tomorrow as well. Sometimes it's so loud out there on the court that you just really can't hear. So it's not just about the verbal communication, it's about eye communication as well and looking at your partner. And, you know, those things come from training and working together and all those sort of things. And they come from experience too. Like I said, a lot of these young ladies are very early in their careers and they've got a lot to learn and that will develop into cricketers. And I'm sure we'll see many of these out here playing open ladies in the near future.
Eliza Barnett, the bowler. Maeve Edwards on strike. I beg your pardon, it's Megan Schiller on strike. Edwards at the non-striker's end.
That one's just kept a little low as well. Seems a little up and down. And that's just some of the variation you can get in indoor cricket. You know, if you play outdoor, you play on turf pitches. There's always a bit of natural variety. There can be here as well. In the indoor game, and from centre to centre too, you know, like these are some of the newer carpets going around, so they'll respond differently from some of the older carpets and some of the other centres that are there. But, you know, a lot of these ladies or participants across all the divisions have...
Chance there, but didn't go to hand.
They've been playing on these pitches all week, so they should be fairly accustomed to them now. So Eliza Barnett bowling, the 3 balls to come in the over. Nice.
Fended into the front court on the leg side, but no run.
Nice shape, good pace as well.
Now, Schiller and Edwards both from South Australia, so I think perhaps they have trained and played together back in their home state. Called through this time. Caught the back net. So just a single. Of course, in indoor cricket, not only do you get a run for the physical run, but there are bonus runs available from each of the nets, and except the back one behind the keeper. But basically, the further away from the bat the net is, the more runs you get in different scoring zones. That's up in the air.
Oh, that would have been a spectacular catch off her own bowling.
Full save, but as you say, that would have been a great catch. It's great to see Barnett even attempting that catch. Yeah. You know, Queensland haven't dropped a game to the Invitational side. This is the last game. They're well and truly in control. She's still giving 110%.
Yeah, so they do play a final. So they'll have their final tomorrow. So that'll be a big game, and I'm sure there'll be a bit of nerves for that one as well for a lot of these young ladies. Could be one of their first experiences for a national finals. Holly Beckton coming in to bowl. Oh, what a lovely delivery.
unlucky not to find the edge there.
Good hands behind the stumps again as well. So, and look, one of the great things about indoor cricket, if you wanted to get involved in the game and start playing, is everyone gets an opportunity. You know, everyone has to bowl their 2 overs. Everyone bats for 4 overs. So, you know, it's, you know, everyone gets that equal opportunity to perform and contribute in the game.
See Barnett just copping one straight on the body there. Appears to be in some discomfort.
A slight little delay.
Just get some attention. While we're waiting, ladies and gentlemen, I'll remind you of what's coming up later today here live from KC Indoor Sports. We'll just take a quick replay of what happened there. Shot goes straight into the fielder there in the front court, Barnett. So she's getting some assistance. Coming up at 6:15 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, it is Victoria and South Australia in the Open Women's Preliminary Final. The winner of that game will advance to the final against Queensland. And then at 8 p.m, it's the Men's Preliminary Final. And that will feature Victoria, who won the minor semi, and the Australian Capital Territory, who lost the major semi by single run. What a great game that was.
It was an excellent game, mate. Last ball.
Yep, and 39 runs from the last pair from Queensland to win that game. They keep their undefeated record intact. And, well, just more brilliant indoor cricket. And I expect to see the same in the next 2 games on this channel. Of course, the Lord's Taverners are playing right now on Court 3. You can catch that on the Cricket Australia YouTube channel. It's South Australia against Queensland. And also on Court 3 at 6:15 Australian Eastern, it's the preliminary final in the under-22 men, and that will be Victoria up against Queensland. The winner of that will take on New South Wales in tomorrow's grand final. So plenty of indoor cricket action still to come live from Casey Stadium. Please stay with us. Really do enjoy having your company throughout these matches. It's great to be back. It's great to have indoor cricket back at the Indoor Cricket National Championships. Thanks to play.cricket.com.au. Take the floor and play indoor. The good news is Barnett is up on her feet and good to go. We'll just get underway again shortly with 4 balls remaining in the 14th over.
So starting on the 3rd ball. After the last little break, so Holly Beckton coming to bowl.
And lets the pressure go with a wide. The batters don't avail themselves of an opportunity to sneak an extra run there.
So 3 balls left in the over. There's 8 runs for the Skins, so it's been a fairly impressive start. Nice and tight on the leg side line.
Two balls remain. Right on the legs. Schiller can't get the ball away.
It's another 3rd ball, so it's the second 3rd ball in this over. I like to try and capitalise better than the last time, put some pressure on the batter, and hopefully create an error. It's upish. Oh,
that's hit something on the top of the net.
It looks like a bit of the insulation that's fallen down from the top. Now, snowing out there. It's that cold, mate.
I hope that's got no asbestos in it.
Oh, mate, it's a fairly new building, so I think it'll be okay. There will be some sort of glass wool insulation, so...
Well, that was another, a great over there from Beckton. 4 dot balls in the over. Yeah. 2 third ball situations. Yeah. Just tight bowling, creating opportunities for her team. 2 overs remain in the innings.
Can you please not hit that?
It will be Lockwood to bowl the penultimate over.
She bowled a fairly good over earlier as well, so hopefully we'll continue.
Here's Lockwood. It's full, it's driven back, and it'll be a dot ball.
It's not a bad shot, pretty nice
Contact.
contact.
There to hit, yeah.
Probably just, you know, a more productive option would have been maybe just angle the bat a little bit and try and get a 2 rather than going straight. Oh, that's a chance.
Falls through.
It's a top.
Again, I'm really not a fan of this hands in the air stuff. But it's interesting, it seems that they're doing it for select bowlers where they expect that the ball's, you know, going to be a down-up shot. React to what's happening.
Yeah.
A shot like that, it's difficult to field to if you're standing with your hands in the air.
Yeah, because you just got to move so much further.
Yeah.
Whereas your hands lower. And I see a lot of people in the front court sort of have their hands around that head height. And a lot of that self-preservation is part of that as well. If it's getting hit straight at you, you don't have to move your hands as far. Very close to the leg side line, but brings up another third ball opportunity. And
this is the 4th third ball for this pair.
Queensland haven't capitalised.
Ball, great shot. Finds the net just aside. Some good work here from Gann at the back.
Yeah, good fielding at the back. Saved a run there, which is good. But yeah, interesting that there have been so many third ball opportunities, yet have not capitalised on one of them.
There's a no ball to finish the over. Front foot from Lockwood. Absolute cardinal sin in indoor cricket, touching that line with your foot. Unlike outdoor where all you need is some part of the foot behind the line. In indoor cricket, if any part of your front foot touches that line, it's a no ball. And yeah, when you're coming in off 3 steps, it's cardinal sin.
Look, it is. I'm being fairly impressed with this batting pair. They've been under a fair bit of pressure with third balls, but at this stage, I don't want to say it. At this stage, haven't lost a wicket. I'll say it, and I apologise in advance.
Here's Rockcliffe.
Ooh.
Just looking at one of my Cricket Australia colleagues walking around in a T-shirt.
I've turned up earlier, and the umpire
crazy.
that's umpiring the game was wearing thongs and shorts.
That's ridiculous.
And he lives in Queensland now.
He does. Do you think you'd ever convert him into a Queensland player? He's of course a former New South Wales player, a former Australian Masters player.
Yeah, look, I've played against him a few times. And to be honest, it's why I respect him as an umpire and find him to be a good umpire. Because he has played at the highest level, he understands.
There's a chance. Oh, can you believe it? Misfielded into the stumps and affects a run out, and there's that wicket.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, CA team. I'll just keep my mouth shut now. But no, they've been batting pretty well. And it took a fair bit of luck for them to lose that first wicket in this pair.
Check this out. Comes off 2 fielders, misfield, and bang. That's out.
Nice shot, nice contact.
2 balls remain in the partnership.
Yeah, look, the Queensland ladies have been pretty sharp in the field. They've created a lot of pressure and created a few chances, so all credit to them.
Chance again, a flick can't hit, would have been well and truly out.
It is the last ball of this innings for the CA Invitational team.
Sent back, and that's out. Some great fielding from Queensland to finish the partnership. I think Edwards had said no to a run at all and then proceeded to drive it, so I can't blame Schiller for leaving a crease there. As you can see here on the replay, full-blooded drive. Off Schiller goes. Little bit of a fumble there, but in the end, a great return to the stumps and affects a wicket off the last ball of the innings. 24 runs for CA Invitational. And don't go anywhere. Coming up shortly is the run chase. It should remind you, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the semis. The grand finals are tomorrow, but it's not the end. Tomorrow is actually the end of this tournament, the beginning of the Junior National Carnival.
That's right, yeah.
Starts tomorrow afternoon. That runs through to the week. So some more indoor cricket finals action from Casey next Friday and Saturday. And you can, of course, keep an eye on all of the matches throughout the week using the Cricket Australia indoor YouTube channel. So check that out. And while you're online, head over to play.cricket.com.au and find your local centre or even your local outdoor club as the summer approaches. Thanks again for your company, ladies and gentlemen, here at Casey Stadium. I'm Cameron Walter with Stephen Mogg. Take a look at a couple of the highlights from that innings.
Good stumping there, good bowling, nice flight. Chelsea Garn created that opportunity. What's that one that sort of really flew off the edge? Like I say, sometimes you see those ones die into the corner. Good catch again by Stacey Rockcliffe.
Watch that right into the hands. Seen so many keepers drop catches like that. Played up. Just good judgment off the net for a lot of these fielders.
Yeah, no, Queensland were pretty clinical out there. You know, they were really good in the field. You know, they bowled. I think the one thing as the coach they probably look at and feel that they probably didn't bowl with enough discipline. Bowled too many leg side wides at crucial times, took the pressure off. There were opportunities out there, and they just probably didn't execute them. And knowing Bruce, he's a bit of a hard taskmaster. He'll find ways for them to improve and try and get the girls up and ready for tomorrow's game as well.
Olivia Bennett and Chelsea Garn batting for Queensland. And the CA Invitational, Alicia Ward will bowl the first over. 24 runs on the board. Starts with a wide is Ward. Ward certainly has enjoyed a strong tournament. Leading contributor for the CA Invitational. Wickets hard to come by for this team. She has 3 of them.
Yeah, look, it'll always be a challenge playing against the open ladies teams as well. So, I mean, she's got a few, and the Queensland team, I'm pretty sure, will bat with a fair bit of discipline too and not give many opportunities away. Bit of a flat shot, but there was a good early call and allowed for 2 runs. The Queensland team in a bit of cruise control nice and early here. 5 runs so far off the first 3 balls of the over. Aggressive shot. It's hit that one twice. So yeah, doing pretty well. It's been not a bad over here by Ward. A nice shot.
Yeah, it's quality batting, isn't it?
Yeah, just waited nicely, really. I waited for the ball to come onto the bat, played it under her eyes and got the ball up in the springs. Very, very hard to get out in that circumstance. Just noodle that one around the corner for 1. Comes to the end of the over.
7 runs from it, 8 runs from it, beg your pardon, but
that's right.
Reasonable start.
Yeah, be very happy with that start, Queensland will. And that's what you need to do, you know, if you work towards not giving too many opportunities and hitting 5 or 6 runs at a minimum every over, you know, you build yourself up to a nice score. You know, like you see a lot of people, like probably a really simple thing I say to some of the in-house teams at the centres is you don't need to try and hit the back net every ball. If you hit 1 run a ball, you're going to hit 24 a pair. That's 96 a game. And you're going to be very competitive in most games.
Absolutely right.
So yeah, and sometimes, you know, you're going to hit a nice shot for 2, and sometimes you're going to get a good ball where you've got a block, or you know, you might lose a wicket. But if you just keep trying to build your score, you know, you'll have a competitive score more often than not.
Schiller is the bowler for the CA Invitational side.
Oi.
That's a big Noe.
Yeah. Obviously didn't like something the umpire said and was aiming for him. No,
Standard.
No, Ridgey's definitely a very good umpire, that's for sure. And like I say, it comes from my point of view, playing against him at the highest level. He has an understanding what it's like to be a player. And I'm not discrediting any of the other umpires, but I actually like that with an umpire because he understands what you're going through, the emotions you're going through on the court and the processes you're going through as well. So it's a chance at the top. Almost a run-out opportunity. Good bit of fielding.
I think some of the ladies' sides are too nice. I bet you a lot of the men's side would have appealed for that, trying to convince the umpire that it wasn't a bump ball. It's theatrics. Sheila continues.
Shot.
Great shot.
That's an excellent shot. Waited for the ball nicely. Again, hitting it underneath her eyes and really punching through the ball, offering a full face to the bat. Beautiful shot, and Queensland moving to 17 with one ball to come in this over. No ball too high. It's a chance, maybe a little mix up. It's good stuff and good start here by the Queensland team. So in the game, there's always these little mini games of the skins, and in this case, Queensland scoring 19 with the CA Invitational team 16. So Queensland get the bonus point for that skin. So there's always something on the line in indoor cricket, although sometimes the game's out of reach. There's always little games within the game. And that applies, the skins apply to this game because this one's not a final. They're grand finals tomorrow. But in the finals that we've seen so far and what we'll continue to see throughout the rest of the evening, skins are irrelevant once it gets to this stage of the weekend.
Yeah.
It's a nice shot there for two. No ball too high. So
4 runs.
Yeah, 4 very good runs in a safe manner as well. So, you know, no ball too high in this circumstance was above the waist. Oh, Chow!
Oh, what a screamer. That is a fantastic catch there on the 3 line. She just made it look so easy.
Yeah, that was excellent. That was a great catch.
Reflexes of a cat. Check this out on the replay. Much better delivery. Still full, though, and driven, and just really well judged.
There was a chance you might have been a little unsighted by the
Yeah.
non-striker too, which just makes that catch even more special. So that's the first wicket the Queensland ladies have lost at this stage. Still in control, still in front of the skin.
Full again.
Might have been very close to another no ball too high. It's not a no ball if the batter actually leaves the crease or moves forward out of the crease. So perhaps that was the umpire's interpretation with that one.
Good delivery, but good feet there from Gunn to get out to it. Punch it on the leg side for 2.
Yeah, it's probably undone a little bit by the flight of it there, but was still smart enough just to change the shot rather than going through with a big drive. Just check the drive a little bit. Looks like it's come off the knee onto the bat, but still a 2.
2 in the book. Brings the over to an end. 1 wicket from it. The score is 24.
Queensland really cruising along nicely. It's good to see a few of the other Queensland teams here supporting the young 22 ladies team. Looks like we've got 22 men's team for Queensland over there. There's 1 or 2 opens players as well. And might even be some of the 17 boys that have come in today as well.
Yeah, all the junior teams, of course, arriving here in Victoria and the city of Casey for the aforementioned junior carnival.
So,
beginning tomorrow.
Yeah, 13, 15 and 17, or under. Actually, they've changed the names on me, sorry. 14s, 16s and 18s and under boys. And then there'll be the under 15s and under 18 girls. And we've just maybe got a little injury in the back court that we can't quite pick up on the original camera. No, she seems all right. She's gotten up.
How about the way she's just stood up there?
I thought there was a little bit of pain and jumped up like, you know, joys of being young, I guess, mate.
I've forgotten what that's like. Rachel Bannum continues for Cricket Australia Invitational.
Well, shot to the corner for 2. Queensland amassing a nice total here of 32. Not only getting the skin, but well in front of the game score at the moment as well. Drive, call of no.
Little fumble from the bowler, but she did enough to prevent them from running. 3 balls remain. Lovely shot for 2.
Yeah, just kept it a little bit low, but because played it late, had enough time to adjust, and lovely shot for, yeah, beautiful shot for 2. With 2 balls to come. Uppish.
Chance and taken. It's a good catch, well judged in the end. They can be tough. You've got to get down that low after delivering the ball. She did it well, Banham.
Yeah, and sometimes your eye level, you know, you're focusing on your stumps when your target where you're trying to bowl, and then you just follow through your eyes, drop a little bit, and you've got to bring them back up, and then it's really short reaction time there. So that's an excellent catch off her own bowling.
Final ball of the partnership.
No ball plus 2 runs. Will they re-bowl it?
Yeah, you've got to get your money's worth.
Just looking to up the averages, I think, mate. Well in front of the game here, but no, you're right. It's 3 runs, so take it. Unless there's a wicket. Oh, it's a chance. A little uppish. Oh, good bit of fielding too.
That's an illustration too of why when you're on that 3 line, you really do want to try and get into that front court as soon as the bowler has let go of the ball, so that you're in the game for that catch. So 35 runs, a great opening partnership for the for Queensland against the Cricket Australia Invitational side. And Kiara Wood and the captain, Stacey Rockcliffe, have entered the court. They will be batting second for Queensland. It's the under-22 women's division here at Indoor Cricket's National Championships. A shout out to our broadcast partner at Sportscast Australia, bringing you these pictures live from Casey Stadium. Thank you to them for their efforts. Alicia Ward will bowl her second over.
Oh, lovely shot by Kahara there.
It's a late adjustment. Had to. The ball kept low, adjusted well, and still hit a brilliant shot.
That's a nice delivery.
Ward can't believe that she didn't find the edge then.
Very close to the stumps too. That's just an excellent ball.
Alicia Ward from WA, enjoying a good carnival.
It's been a pretty good over so far. Shorter length ball. Well played. That was good contact on the ball. That one seemed to keep a little low for the length of the ball as well, actually. We might need to get the heavy roller out here. It's a nice cricket shot. It's a chance at the top. Good bit of fielding.
It's to me like Alicia, it's very hard to tell this because their shirt is predominantly black, but Alicia seems to be wearing a black armband as well. The only player that seems to be doing that.
Yeah. Nice delivery.
I'm not sure what the black armband's about, but you know, if it's what they usually are, thoughts are with whoever that armband represents. Ward finishes with figures of none for 14.
Yeah, I think they're both pretty good overs, though. I think she'd be very happy with that. I mean,
created chances.
I mean, if you look at that in total, with the Queensland team have hit 35 first skin, 6 of the second skin off 1 over, so it's not a bad result.
Big no ball from Meta to start.
Yeah, good start, good shot by Stacey Rockcliffe though. Just gave that opportunity for those extra 2 runs. So that's a crucial turnover there. 4 runs from that delivery. Better adjustment, still a little bit on the full side. That's a good shot by Cara Wood. Full of, that's probably a little unlucky.
The old full toss bowled.
If it didn't hit the stumps, it may have been called a no ball too high, but it has resulted in a wicket. A very good wicket for the CA Invitational team. I think maybe slightly tried to overhit that rather than trying to make good contact. It's been a fairly productive over this by Meta. It's been excellent result so far. -1 off this over with 2 balls remaining. Shot nice and flat, but it was still an aggressive shot, resulting in an easy 2 runs.
Final ball of the over.
Shot.
Driven straight to the back net for 5.
Beautiful shot. Rockcliffe using her feet well, gets to the pitch of the ball, still gets it nice and full and just punishes that to the back net for 5 runs. So Queensland cruising along in this skin, 12 runs, chasing a skin of 6. And well in front of the game with a score of 45 over the 24 from the CA Invitational team. Ooh.
Little opportunity there, can't come up with a direct hit, but the Queensland girls are quick between the wickets.
They're just a well-drilled team. They do the fundamental little things well. Like I say, I think with the ball they're a little bit off, and that'll be something that I'm sure the coach will identify with them and look at addressing moving forward to the big game tomorrow. But in saying that, you know, they were quite sharp in the field, very clinical, and they've been very good batting as well. So leg side wide there with Edwards bowling. Nice shot. Good bit of fielding too. That 3-line moving forward there well. So it is a very important spot. Like being aggressive on that line, I think is good. Creates those catch opportunities you talked about earlier, Cam. And in that case, saves an extra run too.
Another good adjustment there. An easy 2 for Wood.
Last ball of the over. Nice shot again by Rockcliffe for 2. Moving the score for this skin to 21.
Thank you for waiting. Not many
Stacey Rockcliffe on 17 and Kiara Wood on 4.
Was that one?
Team total of 56 for Queensland, so have now doubled the score of the CA Invitational team.
Yeah, I know. Where's my ball?
With the last over to come of this skin, with Ferris looks like coming in the bowl.
The captain. Who delivered the ball before the umpire had told her it was on. It's not the first time that's happened. It won't be the last.
No, definitely not.
Good use of the feet. Sends it into the back court for 5.
Nice shot there by Stacey Rockcliffe. Beautiful use of the feet, as you say, Cam. Drives the ball and drives without risk too. Keeps the ball nice and low along the ground. It's a lovely delivery by Ferris. Oh, it was almost a mix-up. Trying to get cheeky and steal a run. This has been a good over so far. Last ball was great. Gives it plenty of flight, a little bit of an edge on it, bit of a chance. Queensland moved to 27 for the skin. Drive again, another great shot by Rockcliffe, using her feet and punishes that towards the back.
3 runs, not afraid to use her feet, is she?
No,
Does a good job.
like I said, takes the smart option. You know, hits it along the ground and hits it hard. So puts the onus on the fielding team.
There's a chance there, it falls safe. Single, with 1 ball remaining in the partnership. Another 30-plus skin, at least as it stands. Again, feet. As she touched that, not claiming it.
I'd be very
5 runs.
interested to see a replay on that one.
Well, surely if she touched it, she'd be appealing.
I don't know. I agree. I definitely agree.
My instinct was that she had, but yeah, let's have a look.
A little look-see. Oh,
No.
very close to it.
Yeah, and the deflection helped Rockcliffe. Went back for 5, and they get 36 for the partnership. Another impressive performance from a Queensland pair. Holly Beckton and Elise Hart are now batting for Queensland. Cooper will bowl for the CA Invitational halfway stage of this second innings. Queensland under 22 women well and truly in control of this match.
These two bowled particularly well as well, so it'll be interesting to see how they come out with the bat.
It's a good rock to start.
All right,
Going to ask plenty of questions to keep it there. Beaten outside off.
It's an impressive start to this over. A little bit of a half chance. Generates a fair bit of pace too. Bowling in some pretty good areas. Fairly impressed with this.
Likewise. One just outside of the wide line. I like the option though, moving away, full and wide. Just didn't quite execute. Chance, falls safe. Whitaker can't gather cleanly.
It's an aggressive shot. It was a little uppish, but made good contact with it, which was important.
Brings the over to an end. 8 runs from it.
Like I thought that over deserved a wicket actually. She
Easily.
bowled really, really well.
Agree.
And and that's the patience that Queensland have. They just keep working away and keep building a score. Another excellent start to a batting skin of 8. And what that does is puts the CA Invitational team under a little bit of pressure now.
Sophie Whitaker from New South Wales will bowl her second over. Beckton on strike. Starts with a wide. It's a clever ball in the end, wasn't it? Dipped really late.
Yeah, Beckton was in a couple of minds there to play the cross bat paddle, and all of a sudden just dipped, and was probably lucky to get away with it. It's a very good ball by Whitaker. Whitaker Jr., the younger of the two. Sophia that are playing for the CA Invitational team.
Great delivery.
Getting a lot of balls in the right area and asking plenty of questions. It's been an impressive couple of overs, these 2 overs here in this skin. But credit to the Queensland young ladies. They're digging deep and working hard.
Another good delivery, just reasonable areas, not gifting Queensland any runs.
Yeah, just asking plenty of questions along the way.
a good second over there from Whitaker. She finishes with figures of 1 for 12. Again, that's 2 overs in a row where you think probably went unlucky. Some good bowling, deserved a wicket. But again, as you say, Queensland quite patient. They're not going to throw away a wicket either.
And sometimes you've got to work hard. It's been impressive from the CA Invitational team. They've really worked hard in those 2 overs. And I think, if they can maintain that level of pressure and that level of tightness, they'll get a reward sooner or later. So hopefully they can do that, and we'll see a result here.
Schiller, the bowler for CA Invitational, starts full and wide. Ferris at the back giving some advice to her bowler for moving back into position. Good delivery in the right area. Gets away for 2.
Queensland just keep building a score again. 20-run runs for this skin with 3 balls left in the 11th over. 1 in front of the game. Drive.
An opportunity here. The flick is not online.
Pulls out the big dive. Hart puts the effort in.
One might say she's showing some heart, Moggy.
Oh, Cameron. That's a dad joke if I've ever heard one, mate.
Well, maybe my kids are listening. Final ball of the 11th over. Two runs to finish. This pair moves to 27. Queensland continuing their march.
Again, they're just batting with control and discipline. They're not giving anything easy away. They've had to work pretty hard at times through this skin, but just shows that if you put a value on your wicket and you work hard, that you'll, you can get some runs and build a nice partnership, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
Rachel Bannum will bowl her second over. Starts with a wide. There's been a few too many of these extras from the Invitational side.
I think both teams, even Queensland, probably
True.
were similar. A few too many wide deliveries there. Nice adjustment and nice shot. That's just good cricket all round. Ball was in a pretty good area, but Beckton's just played that one nicely. Nice easy 2 runs. So obviously the last over of a skin, you get the opportunity as a batter to have the ball re-bowled. Queensland, dare I say, being greedy for runs. They just want as many as they can get. But to your point, getting full value. Shot. It's a nice shot by Hart there.
Another great shot.
For
And
4 runs.
Pretty lazy fielding there. Gets through to the back net for 4. Let's see a desperation difference between the sides. We've seen Queensland throwing themselves around. It's pretty hard to be fielding desperately when the scoreline is as it is, but
And look, it would have been a long wait for this CA Invitational team. Haven't won a game. barely taken many skins throughout, so it's been a tough week. There's no doubts about it.
No question, yeah.
They've, they've got an opportunity. All they need to do is win one game of cricket, and that be tomorrow, and they can be national champions. But yeah, Queensland just in cruise control here. 41 for this skin with 2 balls remaining, and 112. Well, it's a chance, a bit of miscommunication, and that was an opportunity.
It was, and what's more, it would have been a wide. They've turned a wide into a single and almost a run out as a consequence. Just not looking at her partner. Final ball. Not a bad delivery. They get away with it. And 43 runs for the partnership. Another impressive batting performance from Queensland. 4 overs remain. They're well and truly home and host.
Yeah, they've got this one in the bag.
It is the Indoor Cricket National Championships coming to you live from Casey Stadium here in Victoria. This is the under-22 women's division. Queensland up against the Cricket Australia Invitational side, consisting of players from right around the country. A lot of South Australians, half the team on the court right now from South Australia. So again, the nucleus of a side there. I know South Australia have won this division a couple of times. Here's Cooper, bowled a great first over. Starts well again, just missing that off stump.
I believe South Australia was very close to having a team, but I could be wrong, so I'm happy to be corrected, but I believe a few of their opens players pulled out, so they needed to filter the girls up into that age, into the open age group. So
yep, makes sense. And as much as we want to see the 22 women, you know, that's credit to them for prioritising the premier side, the open women, and for the younger players in that team, you know, stepping up and playing that role.
Oh, what a shot!
Too good.
Beautiful shot. This is Cooper bowling. She bowled a very impressive first over, and this one's been pretty handy as well.
Beaten. Sensational bowler, Cooper. Very impressed.
Yeah, what impresses me is the control that she has, and she has that yard of extra pace as well.
Yeah.
And, you know, at this level, that's what's, I think, challenging the bowlers. Nice bit of shape.
And third ball. Oh. It's hit, a direct hit, but Barnett was home. Great over again from the unrewarded Olivia Cooper. Finishes with figures of none for 13. They don't reflect what was a really strong batting performance.
Yeah, no, she deserved much better than that, that's for sure. So, all right, we have 3 overs remaining here. Queensland well in control of the game. At stage 119, chasing the 24 by the CA Invitational team.
Edwards will be the bowler. Lockwood is on strike. Good start, full, but driven well. There's an opportunity there at the top, a direct hit. I think you'll find that Lockwood would have been short of her ground.
Yeah, I think a direct hit would have been enough there, that's for sure. But it's good. It's a good start by Edwards.
Again, a chance at the top if she can hit, but she doesn't. I think Barnett was through very quickly there.
Yeah, she was motoring there. Make good contact with her. Probably a little bit flat. Would have liked to get a little bit higher and make things a little bit easier for herself, but you know, got on the bike and started moving pretty quickly. That's a nice shot. Just waited a little bit more rather than getting the hands out in front, waiting for the ball under her eyes, and just bangs it up and could pretty much jog through nice and easily. So.
Pushes that one wide. Driven straight back to the bowler, a fumble, but Queensland not interested in the run.
Last ball left in the over.
Oh, good piece of fielding there. That's Cooper, I think, in the front court. Keeps that off the net and keeps it to 1. Brings the over to an end. 9 runs from it. Maeve Edwards finishes with figures of none for 18.
I think she's bowled pretty well as well, without luck. So things are going pretty well for the Queensland team at the moment. Definitely in cruise control, well in front of the game.
We'll remind our viewers, this is not the last game for the day. Coming up next, 6:15 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. It's Victoria up against South Australia in the Open Women's Preliminary Final, fighting for the right to take on Queensland in tomorrow's Grand Final. After that, you'll see the Australian Capital Territory up against Victoria in the Open Men's Preliminary Final. The winner of that one, again, taking on Queensland in the Grand Final. So do stay with us throughout the afternoon and evening. Thank you very much for joining us to date. Right around Australia and the world, it's indoor cricket back in action here at Casey Stadium.
How are you?
Go get Cameron Walters to log on quickly.
Slight delay, slight technical issue going on at the moment.
The scoreboard's run by Windows 11, and he's hovered over the weather icon, which puts up an overlay. And yeah.
He was just seeing if he can wear his shorts and thongs later.
Yeah, that's it. It took him a while to get rid of it.
Good shot.
Meta is the bowler. And 2 runs to start for Barnett. Lockwood on strike now.
Ooh.
Full. That'll be a no-y. Tucked around the corner for 2.
Another nice shot. Good calling there by the Queensland ladies, just to get through nice and easily as well. And I think, for me, the things that Queensland are doing well are those little things. You know, you often talk about the 1%ers, and that's what they're doing pretty well at the moment, and that's why they're sort of well in front of the game. And a lot of that comes back to, as we've talked about, they've had the opportunity to train as a team, do a lot of the skills, a lot of the drills. We talked about a lot of the ladies within this age group are fairly new to the game, so they really need that level of coaching and that skill enhancement. They've had that in Queensland, and that's probably the big difference between the two teams. I mean, there's been some really good...
Powerful shot. Dangerous time to be in the front court.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, Moggy.
There's been some really good signs from the CA Invitational team. There's been aspects which have been really impressive, but it's just those little things. And a lot of those little things add up. It makes a big difference in the end. So it's my ball. So we have 1 over to go in this game. Queensland well and truly on top.
It's all over bar the shouting. Moggy?
You know, I think they'll get a little bit excited. I just saw the 17 girls for the Queensland walk over there, so it's good. Good that the 22 ladies will sort of be there to support them and get behind each other. That's what it's all about. And that's what, you know, these national carnivals are good. From a state's point of view, you see a lot of the other teams supporting each other. Before, we saw the 22 man and the under 17 boys and a couple of over men watching this Queensland team. And throughout the week, you just build some good friendships with players from other states and everything like that as well. So,
Indeed.
as much as it's very tough competition on the court, there's very much a social aspect to it, and there's a lot of support around for each other because it's just high-level cricket and everyone's having a good time.
Ferris, the invitational captain, is the bowler. Started with a wide, and there's a 2 to Barnett. And again, a demonstration that you've got to get value for money. Gabby Lockwood getting or Barnett getting the ball again, even though they're in front by 120 runs.
Yep, and going again.
Yep.
Reggie, stop giving wides and no balls, mate. You don't get paid per the error up as an umpire.
Happy with the dot?
Yeah, nice ball and nice solid technique to get in behind it. When Ferris gets the ball in the right area, she's getting a nice flight, dip, and there's a little bit of turn there. So I think if she could just execute a little better and land more balls consistently, I think she'll get the rewards in the long term. Bit full. Very close to no ball too high, but Ridgie has signalled that the batter came forward out of the crease, so that eliminated that no ball too high. 3 balls remaining. So again, that was a good ball. Good flight, dip, a little bit of turn in the right area. Create a little bit of uncertainty. I mean, Queensland have been very, very good. You know, hitting 35 plus every pair. And a shot again.
And 2 to finish for Barnett, and this will be the last ball for Lockwood. Impressive total from this side. Vance mishit. They'll take 2 to finish and finish with a skin of 40 and 154 runs. A convincing win for the Queensland side up against the Cricket Australia Invitational. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Moggy, thank you for your company.
You're welcome.
As I said, don't go anywhere. Coming up next, it's the Open Women's Preliminary Final from 6:15 Australian Eastern Standard Time. Until then, I'm Cameron Walter alongside Stephen Mogg. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, mate.
That's a great piece of fielding.
Got him! Beauty. One for the leg spinner. Leg stump finds a gap.